Starting off this Independence Day weekend with some USL Championship action. Tonight from Segra Field in Leesburg, Virginia, it's Loudoun United playing host to Orange County SC. With the former pro striker Ricky Lopez-Espin, I'm Josh Eastern. The standings in the Eastern Conference, Loudoun United with 3 points tonight can creep a little bit closer to Louisville and Charleston, who occupy those top two spots. But this has been a fantastic start to the season for Loudoun as they look for that first ever playoff appearance. But the last two games in the regular season for Loudoun, they've lost by 3 goals each.
Just hasn't been good enough for Loudoun as of late. When they went to Hartford, Ryan Martin were really disappointed. But you look against this Lou City side, the cream of the crop in the Eastern Conference. He was actually very pleased with the performance, but just the discipline was lacking. A good opportunity here for Loudoun to respond, especially here at home.
The player that Loudoun really turns to this year, and for good reason, is their forward, Abdelatif Abukura.
Abdelatif Abukura is such a slippery player and one of the most electric players in all of the USL Championship. The ability to go 1v1, but he can also combine. Look for him to be the biggest player for Loudoun United, especially in that final third.
Orange County, it has not been the same success for them as it has been so far this year for Loudoun, below the playoff line right now, but it is so tight in the West. 3 points, and they can be right in the middle of the playoff picture tonight. And tonight, they'll have to come on the road, a place where they've only won 1 of their 5 league road games.
It starts with the mentality for Orange County and Denny Stone. On the defensive side of the ball, you need to be really compact because that will allow a foundation, and then it instills confidence for players higher up the field to be those game changers that they are. There is a lot of talent on this roster for Orange County, so now you need that talent to turn into production, to turn into results.
Orange County has a former USL League One Player of the Year. It's Liam McKinnon, who is still adjusting to life in the championship.
Liam McKinnon has all of the physical attributes. He's big, he's physical, but has very soft feet that he can look and just search the game. Look for him to form a nice relationship with Ethan Zubak on the left-hand side, and he's going to be a big focal point for Orange County once they get higher up the field. 2
goals in the league so far this year for McKinnon. Getting you set for first kick tonight from the DMV. The only game in the USL Championship on Independence Day Eve. We'll have lineups and first kick from Virginia on the way.
Meet Bob.
Did you sign up for your boating class?
Nah, I gotta learn how to swim first.
Meet Abasola.
New shoes?
They are a lifestyle.
They fell in love and now have a blended family.
You are a bad influence.
You're welcome.
Life isn't always easy when cultures collide.
Hey, Auntie.
But they can always count that Abasola loves Bob.
Everything's gonna be great.
And Bob hearts Abasola.
Weekdays at 7 on DCW 50.
This is business today. Fast, unpredictable, always changing. Shifting trends and technologies are pushing aside old rules. The unexpected is the new normal. At Segra, we'll help you navigate a complex future with state-of-the-art voice, internet, and data protection solutions. We know you have dreams, and we see your potential. Segra, freedom to grow.
Will beings from another world come to Earth?
Turn left at Alpha Centauri. You can't miss it.
Watch for signs of hyperintelligence.
How long is a galactic year?
250 million years.
A love for rocketry.
I remember them going up higher.
And the capability to destroy humanity. Or could aliens live among us already? You decide on the Big Bang Theory.
Weeknights at 6 on DCW 50.
What kind of future do you want? You have something worth fighting for.
Failure is not an option. Anyone? Just a second, Bradley. Anyone?
On this field, winners are born.
Hold on to your butts.
I know who did it.
I know why.
My thing's bigger.
Shut up.
Settle up, partner.
Here goes nothing.
Get your game on.
Thanks for coming after me.
We look forward to our very bright future.
Getting set for first kick tonight from Segra Field in Leesburg. A warm night here in Virginia as Loudoun United and Orange County take to the field. Starting lineups are brought to you by VSI, the ultimate choice for ultimate spine solutions. Starting 11 For acting head coach Jack Stefanowski tonight, it's a 3-4-3, and it's the midfield that could play a big part tonight.
The midfield will be crucial for Loudoun United because they want to dictate tempo, they want to get on the ball, and they want to play this game on their terms. So expect Nyman and Velo to have the right amount of balance. Velo's going to be a little bit more box-to-box, so Nyman will be that single pivot. If they can get in a rhythm, expect that front three to be expansive.
For Orange County and head coach Danny Stone, a 4-4-2 tonight for OC, and it's the front two that'll form a dynamic duo up top.
A team that has only scored 17 times in 2025, so Ethan Zubak and Cameron Dunbar need to do a good job at playing off of one another. Dunbar's going to be the one that runs in behind and a bit of more of a slasher, so expect Ethan Zubak to stay centrally and occupy the two center backs. If they can get on the ball, look for them to really test Loudoun United in that back line.
Just 4 goals scored in 5 away matches so far this season for Orange County. They flew out a couple of days ago, got a training session on the field yesterday, trying to get acclimated to this pitch. These two teams have only faced off 4 times previously. Orange County's only other trip to Loudoun was back in July of 2023. And it's also the last time they beat Loudoun. There is our referee this evening. Ben Meyer will have the whistle. Tonight, Loudoun in all black, and in the orange tops, it is Orange County. There is the youngster, 18-year-old Nicola Ciota, who is making his first pro start. He's made 2 appearances previous. The man on the academy contract, though, getting his full debut this evening. Temperatures in the 80s. The humidity is quite high as well, as it is in this part of the country. But it's sunny skies as we are ready to go on this 4th of July weekend. We are underway. It's Loudoun United and Orange County. East versus West. Orange County, who has had a track record over previous years of winning quite a bit. Winning that title a few years ago, back in 2021, against the Loudoun side that is having arguably their best season ever. They've never made the playoffs, but right now, if there's a team that you might peg to go win a title out of these two, you'd probably say it's Loudoun.
For Loudoun United, it's the first time that Ryan Martin has been able to keep the core of the roster intact, so able to just layer the foundations and the ability that he wants to create an identity for Loudoun United. You know that they want to get on the ball. They want to be the team that possesses majority of the ball. For Danny Stone and this Orange County side, now in between the ears is going to be everything. Understanding how to approach this game in an intelligent manner.
Both teams back in league play after Jägermeister Cup action last time out. That's good defending there by Tommy McCabe, just standing up Cameron Dunbar. For Loudoun, a 1-1 draw and then a 4-3 penalty kick win against Charlotte Independence. As head coach Ryan Martin said, now we're able to hold our own destiny in the group moving forward. So a big result, even though they didn't get the full 3 points. Another whistle here in the middle. As for Orange County, they left it very late against Sacramento. 90 plus 5-minute winner. Pedro Guimaraes, the 17-year-old, scoring that goal. And Orange County getting that win. They've won 2 straight in all competitions and 2 straight clean sheets. This team could be starting to turn a corner defensively.
What we've seen for Danny Stone over the course of his coaching career, especially in USL Championship, has a very good feel of understanding how to be defensive and how to be organized. When you have that 2 banks of 4 being really compact and keeping your lines tight will be crucial in hopes to get a result here on the road.
In terms of Jägermeister Cup action, Orange County, they are eliminated from advancement because they cannot finish as one of the best second-place teams. As for Loudoun, 8 points in first place. They lead their group by 2 points over Charlotte. It's up over the top and all the way into the corner. Trying to turn the corner. Awua getting into the area. It's dealt with in the middle. Cleared away. Bangs off the corner flag, and it's out for a Loudoun corner.
Fantastic recognition here from Awua. A little bit overzealous here from Ciota just to overcommit. Gets turned like a top, and good action and better positioning from Brewitt right on top of that 6-yard box. Dangerous opportunity here for Loudoun.
Ciota, this is 3rd game total
Empower your future.
This corner kick presented by IBEW Local 26. Empower your future. This one touched into play. Awuwa gets it back to Abukura, who will now go for the curling effort. Blocked and cleared all the way back out to midfield. Tingy there to reset now. Tommy McCabe. Ryan Martin said, we want to set the tone here in the early going. He, of course, is not in the technical area tonight. We did talk to him this week ahead of this game. Over the top, Velo chipping it back post, dealt with there, and put out for another Loudoun United corner kick.
Fantastic ball over from Tommy McCabe as he drops in. He just gives you the luxury to pick a pass from about 30 yards out. And this is exactly where you need Florian Velo operating off the shoulder of Zach Ryan, doing a good job at putting the ball into a dangerous area and really testing Orange County's back line.
Already the second IBEW Local 26 corner kick. Empower your future. Played short once again. Now Velo chips it in the middle. Oh, Tingy was up for it. He had a free header, and he redirects it away from goal. Big chance there for Loudoun on a set piece as they'll reset now at midfield and all the way back to Ugo Faru.
Second time that we've seen Loudoun elect to go short in hopes to change the angle. In doing that, trying to catch the back line of Orange County sleeping. Good action for Tingy, unable to get his timing right and really make clean contact with the ball in from Florian Velo.
Loudoun dictating terms of this game in the opening 5 minutes. Ambrot working around Nyman. Ryan Martin talked to us about the conditions, the flight, cross country, bit of a shorter week as well for Orange County. This one slid through the middle. Nyman trying to get the return ball, gets it out wide. Here's Kwame Awuwa. He's it towards the top of the area. McCabe trying to slip it through, blocked down on the way in. But McCabe's able to win this back and keep it in play. Tight spaces here for Loudoun to work between these orange shirts. McCabe had to be quick and recycles again. Dambrot.
Really good start here, 7 minutes for Loudoun United. Just a movement ahead of the ball. Pulling players out of position. So if you are Ryan Martin or Jack Sevanowski, you have to be really pleased with how quickly the tempo is to start this game.
Just floated down the line. Getting into those wide positions. Hyman trying to step forward. It's one back in the middle. Orange County trying to get something going forward. Dunbar plays this one back. Right now, Orange County is trying to get some time on the ball here in these opening 7 minutes. That pressure from Zach Ryan, relentless.
Especially when you're on the road. Really difficult conditions in terms of the weather for Orange County. How do you take the game and play it on your terms? You have to be really clever and clean on the ball for Danny Stone. Once you do recover the ball, you need to connect that first pass, especially going forward.
Jackie, the goalkeeper coach here with Loudoun, formerly an assistant with the Washington Spirit in the NWSL. He was also the head coach of the Nepal national team from 2013 to 2015. Formerly a head coach in Puerto Rico as well for Bayamon FC and Sevilla FC Puerto Rico. So a long track record for the Polish-born Jack Stefanowski. Now stepping in while Ryan Martin is suspended.
Quite the resume.
There you go.
He's seen it all, the experience, so he's going to be able to relate to every single one of the players playing for Loudoun United here today.
Hyman through the middle for Loudoun. And gets it out wide, Abdelatif Abukura. Abukura trying to turn the corner. Abukura rolls it in. And there is Shuttler to collect, but that is now twice. Loudoun is working this left side with Nicola Ciota under some heavy pressure here early.
This is when Abukura is at his best, ability to go 1v1 and the pace. But as he tries to go across that near post, Zach Ryan needs to just hold his run a little bit longer and have the better time, because if he does, now you can really ask some questions of Shuttler and that back line of Orange County.
Now Orange County trying to get out and run here in the early going. Barely had a moment coming forward. Oh, this is slipped through. Some heavy contact there right on the edge of the area. This will be a free kick on the way for Orange County. It's Cole Turner who gets in trouble there.
Just no real need here for Turner to go into this challenge this aggressively. As Hagar picks up this ball, just clatters him about 20 yards out. No need for the center back. If you just move your feet and make Hagar make a decision, your job is done. You try to win the ball. He takes a contact and wins a really dangerous set piece here for Orange County.
A few options standing around this, and now running away. It looks like this is going to be Nico Benalcazar to stand over it. Formerly with Cincinnati 2, along with New York City FC 2. Benalcazar is ready. Benalcazar going for goal right into the wall. He gets a second chance. It's also blocked. Ciota goes to ground, trying to keep it alive. Now a whistle and a yellow card. And after all of that, the free kick taker, Benalcazar, has his name taken.
Great work here from the Loudoun United wall to stay together but win not only the second ball and the third ball. Notice how quickly they get off of their lines. Benalcazar doing a little bit too much, comes in late, takes out Nyman, and gets himself into the book.
Yellow card presented by Continental Cards. Continental Cards, elevate your collection.
Will beings from another world come to Earth?
How long's a galactic year?
250 million years.
Or could aliens live among us already? The Big Bang Theory.
Weeknights at 6 on DCW 50.
Just about 12 minutes gone and a warm evening from Leesburg, Virginia. Segra Field, Loudoun and Orange County. The 5th all-time meeting between these two clubs. Last year, going back to the Open Cup, it was Loudoun United that, because of just how the groups were made, they got placed in a group with Orange County, with LAFC, that they played in the Open Cup. This ball runs out of play, but it was Loudoun United who went west, ended up taking down Orange County 2-1. Then on the trip out west again, when they played LAFC, they then beat Orange County 2-0 during that trip as well. So the last two results in this series going to Loudoun. The first two results in this series going to Orange County, a pair of 3-1 wins. So tonight, the rubber match of the opening 5. Pardon me, opening 4.
Math is hard.
Numbers. Loudoun again will reset. A bright start here for the home side. Team that has been scoring quite a few goals, although recently Goal scoring has just taken a bit of a pause. But as Ryan Martin has told us this week, that health is really the most important thing. A few players out of the lineup or on minutes restrictions. We'll see how that plays out as this game goes along. But they do have their main man in Abukura, but right now it's Orange County coming forward, and a big chance as this one is skied out of play. Liam McKinnon trying to get the scoring started.
Bit of a lucky bounce here for McKinnon, but doing a good job at just staying with it, and his off-the-ball movement as he takes this first touch out of his body. Just notice his shoulders when he approaches the ball. They go back, his head goes back, and that's why he goes up and over the crossbar. But a little bit of a glimpse of how explosive McKinnon can be from his left winger position.
Just knotted down, second ball won, and moved down the line. Loudoun cutting this back, chance to cross. Velo just chipping it towards goal. Ciota lets this bounce. Now Ciota has to recover, and he does quite well. The youngster signed to an academy contract a few weeks ago, making his first start tonight, and it's been a busy opening 14 minutes for the youngster.
Running a little bit shaky, Ciota, in terms of his defending 1v1, but does extremely well there. The composure and the skillfulness to get out of a really dangerous situation.
Whistle here. And it's another free kick on the way for Orange County. Danny Stone said about that Sacramento game last time out, it's good to get back-to-back wins, back-to-back clean sheets in all competitions. He said overall it's a very young and rotated side against Sacramento, although he said it was those young players that deserved the minutes they got in those game or in that game. He says overall pleased with the performance. First full season as head coach. He came on about midway through last year. Quite a season it was last year for Danny Stone. The head coach with Phoenix, and in his relationship with Phoenix Rising, moves to Orange County, eventually becomes the interim coach there, and then signs on for the full-time job coming into this year.
What we've seen for Danny Stone, the ability to relate to all of his players, is a player's coach. Ability to be very fluid in the way that he approaches games. We've seen them be really attack-minded, but we've also seen them very stout defensively. That's to be expected when you come into an environment like this at Segra Field with the humidity and the long travel.
Abukura just mishits this one out of play. Holding that left foot after that shot was taken. There's been some contact coming from behind as the shot was released, and trainers being asked to come onto the field now.
Right footer playing the left-hand side, so always wants to challenge into the interior. Just hits his strike, but once he falls, just comes over the foot. Ciota, hopefully he's okay. Keith Abukura, what a season he is having from the young man, really taking that next step in his progression. He knew the talent was always there, but now the production, the goals, the assists, 11 goals, 1 assist on this season. What if not the most exciting player in all of USL Championship?
And Abdelatif Abukura, so far this year, 11 goals. He has been so influential. According to FOTMOB, he has the highest rating in the USL Championship, and gets it done in a lot of different ways. And with this team that's scoring a bunch of goals, you need a guy to score a lot of those goals. It's been Abukura.
Just the quality that he can score every single type of goal in the book. But what we've seen from this Loudoun side, they can score goals in variation. They can beat you through combination play. They can shoot from distance. And Ryan Martin's attacking unit, scoring 24 times in 2025, makes him a nightmare to defend. He's done a really good job at pressing all the right buttons and getting the best out of the collective.
Abukura, 11 of those 24 goals, currently tied with Cal Jennings in terms of the most goals in the USL Championship. Wilmer Cabrera Jr. of El Paso also right behind him at 10. Last night we saw Cal Jennings play 90 minutes against Birmingham in that scoreless draw, as you saw on national TV. Another national TV game coming up tomorrow, and it's quite a good one as well. How about Colorado Springs and Louisville City? That game will be 9 p.m. Eastern time on CBS Sports Network. The reigning champions against the best teams in the league year after year in Louisville City.
Switchbacks, completely different team when they are at Widener Field in front of their home faithful. Good opportunity for them to take down the leading team in all of the USL Championship. Blue City, Danny Cruz doing a good job at picking up right where they left off in 2025. Just so difficult to break through.
Good pressure there from Awua and helps win it back for Loudoun. The ball did go out of play. Throwing on the way for Orange County. Scioto will get this back into play. Loudoun team trying to just keep the positive momentum going. Maybe a bit of a blip after the last few results. Losses against Louisville and Hartford, as Ryan Martin said. He was more positive about the Louisville performance. But when you talk about the Hartford performance, you can't be your own worst enemy. Just shooting themselves in the foot one too many times. Trying to get things back on track. Come through the middle. It's another whistle and a free kick for Loudoun. The USL on CBS kicks off July with a hot showdown in the Championship's Eastern Conference. Last season's final runner-up, Rhode Island FC, takes on Northeast rival Hartford Athletic Saturday, July 19th at 4 p.m. Eastern on CBS. They're calling it El Clamico.
You like it?
I do like it.
Clever.
It's great. To check out Centerville Bank Stadium, a great new stadium in the USL Championship. Whistle here, too much from Awua and a turnover.
Better 1v1 defending there from Scioto, just to stand his ground and not dive in. Got beat far too easily in the first two actions. Starting to settle in, the young man at his right back role.
What do you remember from your pro debut, first start?
Don't remember it.
Wow, okay, fair enough.
Nervous.
Here, back the other way. Yeah, I'm sure.
Nervous. I'm old, Josh. That was a long time ago.
I guess once you score a goal from midfield, it just escapes the memory, right?
Stop.
Here's Nyman trying to move it out wide, and Loudoun on the move coming forward. Still coming, move down the line. The cutback ball is out of play. Sakim Karamoko just trying to start things down that far side and just couldn't finish it off.
Good pick out from Nyman to initiate this attacking unit, but if you're Karamoko, you need to be really patient and you need to become a little bit more horizontal, and what that'll do, that'll open up a passing lane into Tingy. Just not enough space to engage a defender and play the ball into your oncoming outside back. There's a lack of execution within that two-man game for Loudoun United in the final third.
Tingy going hard into those end boards. Now his second season with Loudoun after a year with the Town in MLS Next Pro, formerly Stanford Cardinal product. Right at the midway point of this first half, Loudoun have created the better chances in this game, but really both goalkeepers have yet to be tested through 22.5 minutes.
Orange County having a really difficult time just dealing with the oncoming pressure that Loudoun is applying right now. If you are Danny Stone, you're looking at Ben Alcazar and Kevin Partida just to get on the ball a little bit more and just get some confidence within the side, because everything has been either horizontally or backwards. You need more movement off of Ethan Zubak and Cameron Dunbar. Only 7 touches each for your 2 attacking players. Nothing wrong with being a little bit more direct and playing in behind this Loudoun side just to gain some real estate. Very predictable for Orange County thus far.
Forward again, some contact there. And a card is coming out of the pocket of our referee, Ben Meyer. That will go to Keegan Tingy. Second yellow card issued today. Now 1 on either side.
Just mentioned, if you play direct, now you show a little bit of aggression. You saw it moments ago with McKinnon. How opportunistic is he in trying to anticipate the secondary ball? Comes inside of Keegan Tingy, he pulls him down, and deservingly so, picks up a yellow card.
It's another set piece on the way, and this time Chris Hagart stands over it. Both teams with 3 shots, but none on target. Hagart ready to deliver. And towards that near post area, Ryan got his head to it. Over to the corner flag where it hits off it, and this time it'll be a throw-in.
Just need more quality there from Chris Hagart to bypass that first man and give your side a chance. Good positioning from Zach Ryan.
Long throw coming. Edge of the area, knotted down. There's too much contact there. Ethan Zubak gets the infraction and back the other way to Loudoun. It's a team in Loudoun that has just been creating a ton of opportunities for themselves. 3rd most shots on goal per game in the USL Championship, just a tick under 5. When you're tied for the 3rd most goals in the USL Championship, those chances have to come from somewhere. Okura's done a lot of that goal scoring, but Florian Velo has provided his team just 1 goal, but the 6 assists is really helping the players around him.
Does a lot of the dirty work, Florian Velo, whether it is playing in between lines, dropping deeper to just get on the ball and be part of the build-out phase. But once he does get into that final third, he has the quality to really unlock opponents and their back line. So if you're an attacking player, once Florian Velo gets on the ball, how can you make yourself available? Because he's going to find you more times often than not.
Another player Velo in his 2nd season with Loudoun.
Great ball there.
Starting to get some more continuity with this group after they were able to play together last year, narrowly missing the playoffs. Here's Nyman. This is floated out wide over the head of Abukura and out of play.
You just look at the profiles for Loudoun United, especially centrally. You have Tommy McCabe and Florian Velo. Florian Velo, more of the attacking-minded center midfielder. Tommy McCabe just wants to pull the strings from a deep-lying position, so that balance is spot on. And then you go into that front line. Zach Ryan, an out-and-out number 9, wants to stay in terms of the width of the box, so that allows Karamoko and Abukura to be more of the slashers and more of the direct type of players. There is a real type of balance in the attacking unit for Ryan Martin and Loudoun.
Loudoun trying to come forward. Flipped over the top. Karamoko to the end line. Some contact there. Referee waves it away. Orange County moving back the other way, but there was some contact away from the ball. It leaves a Loudoun player down, and that is the captain, Zach Ryan.
A little run out here from Karamoko. Dogman doing a good job That's just body to body, or shoulder to shoulder.
Is that a foul for you?
Don't think so.
Okay.
If he does drop his shoulder and go through the back of Karamoka, that's when it does become a foul. Unable to see initially what happens to Zach Ryan. And not what you want if you are Loudoun United. Zach Ryan, 3 goals, 3 assists on the season. I think he's one of the most underrated strikers in all of the USL Championship. The work rate, but also has very soft feet that likes to combine with the teammates around him.
We saw him pressing Zach Ryan early on in this game, former New York Red Bull product, and that is pretty much all Red Bull does is run and press. And we're seeing that from Zach Ryan so far tonight. Great crowd on hand here tonight at Segra Field ahead of Independence Day weekend, 4th of July tomorrow. It's such a big holiday in this area of the country. With the Nats that play at 11 a.m. It's a great time of year in the DMV.
You go to the game?
I will not.
No?
No.
Plans? Barbecue?
No. Barbecue.
Okay.
Cool, you know.
You know why they cut their socks?
I do, actually.
Why is that? Enlighten the people.
It's to relieve some of the pressure on the back of the calf.
Not familiar with your game, Josh Eastern.
Did you cut your socks?
I
do you
did not.
Do you remember that?
That was, this started after my time. Again, I'm old.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I did cut my socks at the bottom. You see the true socks.
I have seen that.
The grip socks.
Okay. What do those do?
Grip.
Just grip. Okay.
Within your boots.
Okay. Back to play. Zach Ryan able to jog off. The Orange County is trying to get a foothold in this game as Ryan comes right back on. A couple of chances on the set piece, but aside from that, it has been Loudoun dictating terms, and Zach Ryan, he will not get away with this one. A yellow card to the Loudoun captain. And Orange County taking exception to that one.
Retaliation here from Zach Ryan. Knows exactly what he's doing here. Tell you what, he is very lucky not to see a different color card here. The extension of the elbow comes really high and catches Chris Hagart. That's exactly what every single player for Orange County is arguing to Ben Meyer, our referee here.
Oh, and the referee has changed his decision. It is a red card. The captain, Zach Ryan, is sent off.
It's a right decision from Ben Meyer. Just notice the right elbow, how high and how aggressive Zach Ryan comes into it. No will to try to play on the ball, knows exactly what he's doing, tries to take out Chris Hagart. Deserving of a red card as Loudoun goes down to 10 men for the remainder of this game.
That's the third red card handed out to a Loudoun United player this season. He's now tied for the 4th most in the USL Championship. So they know how to play down a man, unfortunately, and now they'll have to do it again here tonight. And that gives a major boost to this Orange County side, who has really been up against it in this opening half hour. But as you said, the right decision.
Yeah, Orange County has not created anything going forward. So now a man advantage for almost 60 minutes remaining in this game. The ball needs to move really quickly for Danny Stone. Now it's going to be a little bit of a change in terms of the game plan. How they approach this game more on the defensive side of the ball. Now they are going to be the team that wants to take the game to Loudoun United and make the home side suffer in terms of chasing all over the field.
This week on USL All Access, is it really possible that an end-of-year meeting in 2019 helped shape and shift the entire championship transfer market. Head coach Ben Pierman of the Charleston Battery joins us to say, yes, we got Jägermeister Cup action for you. Mike and I break down the groups as they approach their final match day in this interleague tournament, and the USL Championship takes the national stage. Multiple games on CBS Sports Network this week. We'll break them down for you.
Make sure to catch USL All Access every Tuesday night. It's on Sirius XM FC 157. Right now, a hydration break. This comes at a decent time now for Loudoun, as with Ryan Martin suspended for this match, now they have another player who is suspended, their captain, who will be out for the remainder of this one, plus the next game up for Loudoun. And that game will be against the Pittsburgh Riverhounds on July 13th, a Sunday afternoon evening fixture in the Steel City. Loudoun has been pretty used to games with red cards because Giannis Learman, he was suspended in the last league game, and he is suspended here tonight as well. It's 2 straight league games for Loudoun with a red card. It's not something you want to get used to, but they're used to it.
And that is something that Ryan Martin pointed out on our conversation with him, saying that through the performance, there was a lot of positives to take, but the negative was the discipline or lack thereof of the group to go down against Blue City, the 10 men, and we're going to see a very similar type of situation here against Orange County. Through the first 30 minutes, they were the team that were on the ball, threatening a little bit more in the attacking phase of game. Expect that to shift, and now Loudoun needs to do a good job off the ball at trying to make life difficult for Orange County.
This hydration break because of the warm temperatures. A chance for Loudoun to kind of reset. The same thing goes for Orange County as they look to get back into this game. And now they can really start to get things going up a man. USL on ESPN2. Watch July 11th as West Coast rivals take to the field to fight for valuable Western Conference Championship points. Monterey Bay battles California rival Orange County. That's Friday, July 11th at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. A bit of a shorter break between their last game on Saturday and this one here today on a Thursday, but they'll get the day back after this one. This one's floated into the middle, chested down, chance to shoot. Blocked down. It was Chris Hagart, who's now trying to get back into the play. Helps to win it back. It's floated forward. Zubak looked to be in an offside position, so this will run all the way out of play. But that's something positive from Orange County now in their first possession up a man.
Good action from Orange County. The ball moved really quickly, and then you had Dunbar being really active on this near side. So as Loudoun's going to go into a 4-4-1 formation for Danny Stone, the main point of emphasis is all going to be about the tempo. The ball needs to move very quickly from side to side. Let Loudoun chase, and when they chase, that's when you can really penetrate in those central locations, in particular for Danny Stone, so you need a lot of movement ahead of the ball as well.
Here comes Orange County. Brakes put on, and it's turned back. Hagart through the middle. Finds Ciota. And it keeps moving. Dunbar driving end line. Now gets the cross away. Back post. Out of the way by Turner. Velo comes away with it for Loudoun. Trying to keep that ball in play. He does, but Orange County wins it right back, and now a whistle.
Starting to find so much more success, Orange County, as Cameron Dunbar is peeling wide and just trying to isolate himself to allow the time and space to go 1v1, and that is when he is at his best. So direct, so quick. So if you are Loudoun United, doubling down and providing a coverage underneath Awua will be really important for the success defensively.
Cross dealt with there by Loudoun, but Orange County now will reset. Talked about Loudoun and their chance creation. Same goes for Orange County, the 5th most shots on goal per game, at 4.5 on average. So far, they've yet to really test Ugo Faru in this game. Floated forward again. There's a touch for Faru.
Really difficult angle for Partida to try to go behind the back line of Loudoun. Great ball from Faru here.
Yeah, great distribution out for Kwame Awuwa. Tangled up on this near side, throw in, and it's going the way of Orange County. Momentum in this game is really now starting to swing back the other way in terms of Orange County.
Big challenge for Karamoko now as the lone striker. When you're at a man disadvantage, you have to do a really good job at your hold-up play, slowing the game down, drawing fouls, taking that first touch, and allowing support underneath you to come. I mean, not his strong suit, but a good opportunity for the Loudoun United striker to take that next step and show some development.
Ciota. Move down the line. Hagar, who really has the freedom to roam, as now the cross comes in. Collected again in the middle by Partida and gets it out wide. Comes quickly back in field, deflected through. Eventually runs out of play. Dogman will chase it down and throw it back in.
Just a different type of profile. McKinnon versus Cameron Dunbar. McKinnon's going to come a little bit central, be more connected with Ethan Zubak, and that allows Dogman to be aggressive from his left back role to just join the attack and create a little bit of an overload. But as Chris Hagar just roams around, like you said, Josh, and has the freedom to search the game, you need a pocket presence underneath Ethan Zubak just to connect and play in between the lines.
Final 5 of the first half, and still looking for that opening tally tonight. Still have yet to see a shot on target in this game. Brewitt swings it around the near side. Dunbar, chance to drift in field. Cross cleared away by Keegan Tingy. Hagar sends it right back to the back post. Dunbar just could not put that back into the middle.
Fantastic ball from Chris Hagar just to undercut it, so it gives it that backspin, which has it hang up in the air. Cameron Dunbar needs to go with his head here. Head it back across the face of the goal and just give your teammates a chance to get on the end of it.
Beat Bob. Meet Abishola. Life isn't always easy when cultures collide.
Hey, Auntie.
But they can always count that Abishola loves Bob, and Bob hearts Abishola.
Weekdays at 7 on DCW 50.
Back to play here at Segra Fields. This game has really changed since the red card. Zach Ryan getting sent off. Coming in the 33rd minute. Chip forward. Karamoko getting his head onto it. The loanee from DC United.
That's when you need him to be a little bit stronger, Karamoko, just to control that ball and retain some possession for Loudoun United.
A lot of crosses in this game from Orange County, but they haven't really amounted to much as McCabe looks to spring Karamoko in behind. Good recovery by Ryan Dogman at left back. Some pressure here, and too much pressure from Moses Nyman.
Just don't need a foul there, Nyman. you have numbers, you have Karamoko essentially, so he's just always going to put pressure on the back pass into Shuttler. Nowhere to go from Benalcazar. Silly mistake from the center midfielder of Loudoun.
Ball floated forward again. Second ball picked up by Ethan Zubak. Zubak battling too much. And a free kick to Loudoun. And a yellow card is coming out for Ethan Zubak. I believe it's for delaying the restart.
Extremely clever here from Florian Velo. How many times have we seen players just knock the ball off of the opponent? Well, per the rule book, should be a yellow card every single time. Bit silly there from Ethan Zubak just to get in the way.
Yellow cards are presented by Continental Cards. Elevate your collection. Farouk again on the distribution. Owuwa looking for Abdelatif Abukura. He's not played as big a part in this game as maybe Loudoun and acting head coach Jack Stefanowski would have liked. An interesting halftime team talk, though, on the way.
It'll be really interesting to see what Loudoun does when coming out of the break, because you have a lot of players that can give you a lot of different looks, especially as you're down a man. Drew Skundrich, Pedro Santos, more the defensive type of players that could really make an impact. Jeremy Garay as well. And for Danny Stone in Orange County, you just need a little bit more bite higher up the field, more movement. A player like Sela, Bryce Jamison can come into play and really unlock this back line and just give you a different type of profile going forward.
Nine minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Hydration break, injury stoppages, red card stoppage. All amounting to 9. So we play on. Dunbar goes down here. Referee wanted to maybe see how advantage would play out. The reason for the delayed whistle. Now the set piece on the way.
You just see the frustration there from Chris Hagar, because he's the one initially that plays this ball into Cameron Dunbar. The first touch from the winger lets him down. And as he takes that second, that third touch, the window to play the ball into either McKinnon or Zubak just closes. And yes, in the end, fortunate for Cameron Dunbar, he gets drawn down. And a dangerous set piece for Orange County as Partida stands over it.
Had a couple of these length set pieces tonight. Always difficult to judge, especially from a central position. I'll play it square. And now a chance for Hagart to lift this one in. The heads go up, it's knotted down. It was McCabe to put it out. It's another Orange County corner kick on the way.
Just trying to change the angle here for Orange County. Partida and Chris Hagart on the same page. Just trying to catch the back post area of Loudoun. Sleeping King and Tingy doing just enough to throw off Ethan Zubak. And good recovery in the end from McCabe.
This is actually the first Orange County corner kick of this game. Hagart, in swinger, back post. Couple bodies hit the deck, and it's a foul against Orange County. 2 minutes gone of the minimum of 9 minutes. A big game for really both teams when you look at the standings. In the East, Loudoun trying to keep pace, or at least try to catch Louisville and Charleston, and also trying to move away from a bunch in the middle. At North Carolina, 23 points. Detroit at 20 points. Although North Carolina does have a couple of games in hand now with Loudoun. In the West, it's Orange County who You can get a win in the West right now. You could elevate yourself quite a few spots. But right now it's Loudoun coming into the attack as the cross deflected in the middle. McCabe takes it on his left foot, puts the shot wide. Still no shots on target in this game.
The ability to read the game and anticipate where this ball is going to land for Tommy McCabe, an extension of the coaching staff, as Ryan Martin calls him. But as this ball pops out, he's just stabbing at it. You need to keep your shoulders and run through this ball because it falls kindly for you. As he's off balance, that's why he does not get enough clean contact and it goes wide. If the two center backs for Orange County are they going to split, now you need more aggressive positioning from Ciota and Dogman, the two outside backs. If you can play a line higher, one pass can take out that front two of Loudoun United, and you can just continue to create overloads and continue to progress higher up the field. So that is going to be a tactical nuance that Danny Stone needs to try to figure out, because we're seeing Brewitt and Latinovic dropping in and providing angles to play with Shuttler, but just no good if that back four is just on a flat line.
Vuk Latinovic, a player that Ryan Martin pointed out specifically to us because he was in preseason with Loudoun, was with them for about a month. The contract details just didn't quite work out in Loudoun's favor, but he said very pleased that he has found a landing spot, thought he would, and thinks Orange County is a good profile for him because his teams play a bit similarly as well tactically.
Both of these managers want their center backs in particular to be comfortable on the ball, want to progressively build up. So you need center backs that have the ability to bypass lines, that can connect passes. And that's why we start to see Latinovic and Brewitt start to form a nice little relationship at the base of that back line for Danny Stone.
Vuk Latinovic spending time in Greece and Norway. Before that was with New York City FC back in 2021 and 22. A draft pick out of Milwaukee. Here's Dunbar. Gets the cross away. Hit it straight into the air. Faroux makes the catch, but he's out of play. It's a corner kick coming for Orange County.
You just need a little bit more movement for Orange County once Cameron Dunbar gets the ball. Ethan Zubak extremely quiet through the first 51 minutes of this game. Almost pedestrian-like from a player of his quality. 3 goals on the season. You need him to be a little bit more mobile, especially in the attacking 18-yard box.
Hagart, outswinger, more depth on this one. Good header away there by Tingy. Now he's trying to close Dogman down as this comes towards goal. Taken by Faroux, and he'll look to distribute right down the center. Nothing on immediately there for Loudoun. And now a whistle coming, and a yellow card is coming out as well for Hakeem Karamoko.
Good recognition to initially have the idea from Faroux. That was Karamoko in acres of space in a transitional moment. Long touch here from Partida. I'll tell you what, that is soft. There is a little bit of contact. It's a foul, yes, but really harsh to send Karamoko to the book of Ben Meyer.
4th yellow card given out tonight. It does not include the red card given to Zach Ryan, so Ben Meyer has not been afraid to bring the cards out of his pocket. Orange County working down the line. Kind deflection brings this infield. Now it's dealt with by Moses Nyman. On back, and a whistle here For a game between two teams from opposite coasts, opposite conferences, it's only the 5th all-time meeting. It's been pretty physical, and the referee has really had to kind of stamp his authority on this game.
It's like what you want if you are neutral for Orange County and Loudoun United, two teams that are not familiar with one another, playing in different conferences. So in theory, not a game that you need to have within your respective league, but every single time you walk across that white line, whether it is for Danny Stone or Ryan Martin, an opportunity to showcase not only to your side, yourself in your conference, but USL Championship as a whole, the quality that you have and the pride that you take in representing your club.
Well, Loudoun, they're fired up because they want to get back on track in the league. Couple of lopsided losses, their 4th and 5th losses in the regular season. As for Orange County, they're just trying to keep it going. 2 straight wins, 2 straight clean sheets, coming on the heels of conceding 3 in a couple of games against Monterey Bay and Phoenix.
Good ball.
Able to break some lines. Dunbar moves it forward again. Hagart, kind deflection here. The shot is taken. It's deflected, and Faroux is able to catch. Zubak with a hug there for Ugo Faroux.
It's the first time that we've seen Cameron Dunbar play in between lines, and now that just opens up the whole game. Ryan McKellen needs to be cleaner with his initial touch. His first touch gets caught underneath him, which allows Keegan Tigney to come across, and that is going to be the point of emphasis for Danny Stone in the second 45 minutes. We need to be more ruthless. We need to be more clinical because the chance creations are going to come. And for Loudoun United, how tight can you be defensively? I try to get this, keep this game at a 0-0.
Halftime tonight from Leesburg, Virginia. This has been a chippy one. A red card for Zach Ryan and Loudoun. And we are at the break. It is scoreless between Loudoun and Orange County. Halftime is brought to you by Van Meter. It's Loudoun 0. It's Orange County 0. Stay with us for halftime.
Watch for signs of hyperintelligence.
How long is a galactic year?
250 million years.
A love for rocketry.
I remember them going up higher.
And the capability to destroy humanity. Or could aliens live among us already? You decide on the Big Bang Theory.
Weeknights at 6 on DCW 50.
This is business today. Fast, unpredictable, always changing. Shifting trends and technologies are pushing aside old rules. The unexpected is the new normal. At Segra, we'll help you navigate a complex future with state-of-the-art voice, internet, and data protection solutions. We know you have dreams, and we see your potential. Segra, freedom to grow.
DC News Now is on Roku. Early morning, ready, set, Roku. Afternoon, Roke Us. Evening, overnight, whenever you want, Roke it on Roku. Need your weather? We've got that. Want to see what the community's up to? We've got that too. Looking for ways to stretch your dollar? Roke your savings. Newscasts, features, weather, sports, living local DMV, and custom content just for you on Roku. Search DC News Now today and let's Roku and roll.
You have the power to save. Take charge of your energy bill with these tips from Novec. Adjust your ceiling fans to rotate counterclockwise for warmer weather. Novec also recommends installing a programmable thermostat to avoid cooling your home when you're away. Set your water heater to 120 degrees. Novec is helping members save energy, which means saving money. Harness your savings power. Find more tips and tools at novec.com/save.
Halftime tonight from Leesburg, Virginia and Segra Field, the only game going in the USL Championship. Let's take a look back at the week that was, the USL goal and saves of the week.
Right-hand side gets it back to Chip. He scores! Matias Romero going top shelf early in the second half. Miami breaks it open 1-0.
From the bleachers here about a minute ago.
Ball driven in, short. It's loose. What a stop made again by Herrera. And he collects it.
Some great performances for the goal and the save of the week. Carlos Herrera gets the goalkeeper of the week in terms of the team of the week for week 16. John Bradford and North Carolina FC, they've been impressive this year, but plenty of good talent around the USL Championship showing up on the team of the week for week 16. Halftime tonight from Segra Field in Leesburg. It's Loudoun United and Orange County. We'll have more halftime in the second half on the way.
Wait, come back! Wait, come back, I need more help.
Take a love affair. Take a love for free.
Today we went to the beach, and it was totally worth it. Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
Who want that smoke? You want that smoke? Look, I ain't playing, I'm saying this ain't a joke. There ain't no bluffing, I'm calling you out for show. It's either all in or nothing, I go for broke. Who want that smoke?
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water unique? It's our commitment to making our bottles from at least 50% recycled plastic. In fact, Crystal Geyser is the only beverage company in the U.S. to exclusively own and operate 2 plastic recycling facilities. And you can help us make an impact too by always remembering to recycle your bottles. Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Simple, but not easy.
Success doesn't come easy. It takes grit, hustle, and relentless effort. Every step forward brings you closer to greatness. This is your moment. Elevate your game. El Jimador Spiked Bebidas.
Brilliant strike from Nicoletto. Push the switchbacks up 1-0. Slotted toward goal. A flying start for Charleston Battery at home.
DC News Now, bigger and only getting better.
Join us as we welcome Susan Tran to the DC News Now team.
Decades of journalism experience, a steadfast commitment to community, and an energy we can't wait for.
Susan Tran joins DC News Now, super serving the DMV with Susan Tran at the anchor desk.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us on DC News Now.
Halftime is presented by Van Meter. No score between Loudoun and Orange County through 45 minutes tonight at Segra Field. Busy times in the USL Championship. Our news and notes from around the league. And how about the Oakland Roots? They're staying at the Oakland Raiders' former headquarters. Now they call them their own. It's very exciting for the club.
Fantastic news for the Oakland Roots, and setting the standard around USL as a whole. Need state-of-the-art opportunities and facilities to push the tempo and to push the standard in the league. And you look at the double, triple Rhode Island, Albert Deco, and Phoenix's Charlie Dennis both record hat tricks in their Jägermeister Cup matches. Fantastic, talented players that are making their home and pushing their teams into the Jägermeister Cup.
Jeremy Kelly also back in the USL Championship with the Charleston Battery. But let's take a look back at the month that was the Player of the Month nominees.
Even look up to the box.
This one's layered forward for Goodrum, and Goodrum takes the lead.
To stoppage time we go. Gaines sends the cross in. Fernando hands home at the back post. The Kings of Chaos strike again. Torres, what a ball in. Slotted toward goal. It's in.
Of course, it ends up falling to him anyway. Mercy Paxton, here he goes.
Bakura steps through, slots the shot. We're level at 1.
Plenty of good nominees there, and from many of these teams, including Louisville and Charleston, who right now are setting the pace in the East. Ricky, is this a two-team race?
You have to think so with how good Lou City and Charleston Battery have been. They continue to create a little bit of separation for Loudoun United sitting in that third spot. It's a big 45 minutes coming up down a man just to close that gap between you and Charleston.
How about the teams below the playoff line? Indy, Birmingham, Tampa Bay, teams that are perennially in the playoffs. And the same goes in the West, Sacramento and Colorado Springs below the playoff line.
A lot of talented groups behind the playoff line. Sacramento, Oakland Roots looking different under Benny Feilhaber. They have a massive match on the weekend as they host Detroit City. And the Switchbacks, you mentioned it earlier, they will be playing against Lou City. It's one thing that is for certain, whether it is in the Eastern Conference or the Western Conference, when you're at home, you need to continue to take maximum points.
Busy weekend upcoming in the USL Championship. It started yesterday, but there's a nice slate of games coming up on the 4th of July tomorrow.
Starts with the Switchbacks and Lou City. You have El Paso. They've been a really clever and surprise for 2025 with Wilmer Cabrera. They'll host San Antonio, and the Lights against Sacramento Republic. That is going to be an interesting one, and the clashes of the black and yellow.
There you go.
Pittsburgh Riverhounds and New Mexico.
One Jaeger Cup match between FC Naples and the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Then Saturday and into Sunday, another game on CBS Sports Network, Charleston and North Carolina.
North Carolina has done a really good job as of late for John Bradford just to push up the Eastern Conference, but it's going to be really difficult to go into Patriot Point and take points off of Charleston Battery.
John Bradford, the coach of the week in the USL Championship for North Carolina. The fans here at Segra Field are looking and hoping for a goal. Halftime is presented by Van Meter. No score between Loudoun and Orange County. We'll have the second half from Segra Field on the way.
DC News Now, the only station focusing on the entire DMV. Reporters in 5 locations throughout the region. A look at weather with a regional approach, so you always know what's ahead. And an unmatched commitment to local news. More community, more breaking news, and more weather coverage for everyone in the DMV. Join Chris Flanagan, Susan Tran, and Janessa Webb. Watch DC News Now tonight at 10 on DCW 50.
Come see what's trending on Karamo. He has deleted 1,938 texts in the last 30 days.
Unlock that phone for me. What's in there that you cannot show me?
See what's taking over everybody's feed.
You did try to gaslight her. You did try to mislead her. You did try to manipulate her.
I don't even worry about that at all.
This is a lot of chaos from the beginning. A lot. All season on Karamo.
Weekdays at 3 on DCW 50.
From down below to way up high, there's fun in every layer of Luray Caverns. What will you discover? At Luray Caverns, there's only one thing more timeless than the formations.
Grandma, check this out.
The memories. What will you discover?
Meet Bob.
Did you sign up for your boating class?
Nah, I gotta learn how to swim first.
Meet Abishola.
New shoes?
They are a lifestyle.
They fell in love and now have a blended family.
You are a bad influence.
You're welcome.
Life isn't always easy when cultures collide.
Hey, Auntie.
But they can always count that Abishola loves Bob.
Everything's gonna be great.
And Bob hearts Abishola. Weekdays at 7 on DCW 50.
Halftime is presented by Van Meter. No score between Loudoun United and Orange County SC. Highlights from the first 45.
Takes an early shower to leave his side at a disadvantage.
Halftime stats, just the one shot on target. Wasn't really a dangerous shot either from Orange County, but they definitely built into the game.
So expect Orange County just to continue with that momentum that they started to grow at the back end of the first half. And for Loudoun United, do not be surprised if we see them dip into their bench and supply a little bit more structure defensively at just trying to clog up passing lanes.
One sub to tell you about: Drew Skundrich has entered this game. The end of the day for Moses Nyman. Skundrich will also don that captain's armband. Thanks so much for being with us. Lone game in the USL Championship on this Thursday evening. This Independence Day Eve in the DMV. Ricky Lopez-Espin, I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks so much for being with us. Loudoun United and Orange County. There's the whistle. Second half is underway. The light's starting to take effect with the sun setting on a warm, humid evening here in Leesburg. The game changed just past the half-hour mark when Zach Ryan was sent off, but the chances for both teams really haven't been flying in too much. Another sub with Karamoko coming off. It is Riley Bidois coming on. Those are both Segra substitutions.
He's going to push up Florian Villot right next to Riley Bidois. More of a pocket player, so trying to play in between the lines for Loudoun United as they try to search this result. You need to put the effort on the back end, especially off the ball, and keeping your lines really compact and trying to frustrate Orange County.
Jack Stefanowski, the acting head coach tonight for Loudoun, having to make some changes coming into this second half. Ryan Martin suspended for this one as well. Giannis Learman, another player suspended due to red cards. So the lineup has been moving around with injuries, suspensions, red cards. Loudoun's had to balance a lot here over these last few weeks as this is floated forward and straight out of play.
And it's an opportunity for these Loudoun players really to showcase and take the chance to gain the trust for Ryan Martin and his staff, saying when adversity does hit within our season, you can lean on me and you can trust that I'm going to put my best foot forward.
We go through really in no rush to put this back in play. Feels like a game where one goal could do a lot of the work in terms of finding a winner in this one. Here's Ciota. His full debut, his first pro start. Slides this forward, trying to cut it back. It'll spin out of play after the deflection. Corner kick coming for Orange County.
Good off-the-ball movement from Ethan Zubak. The last second just slashes off the shoulder of Awua. He never sees him. Wins a really dangerous set piece as Hagar goes to the corner flag.
Hagart lifts it back post. Tingy was up for it, just too much from Vuk Latenovic. It goes back to Loudoun United, and Ugo Faru will go quickly this time. His distribution has been spot on.
Exactly why you bring in Drew Skundrich to play in that central location. Ability to win his individual duels, win second balls as well. Him and Tommy McCain will be the foundation for Loudoun United on and off the ball.
Right through the middle now. Orange County getting more time on the ball. Something that Ryan Martin talked about in terms of wanting to set the tone in this game. They did early on, but now they're having to do quite a bit of chasing. Velo trying to play it forward. A foul there right in front of the Loudoun bench. Sends Bidwa to the turf. A free kick coming for the home side. Skundrich. Experienced pro Drew Skundrich, his third season with Loudoun. Also played for the club back in 2021. Awua stepping forward. Awua cuts it back. Moves it out wide. Tingy getting end line. Tingy saved. Shuttler keeps it out. Velo back in the middle and headed away by Latenovic. Orange County looking for a way out. Hagart goes down. It's a play on. Loudoun trying to keep up this momentum that they're gaining for themselves. Here's McCabe. Velo quickly in behind. Skundrich. Drew Skundrich looking for the back post. Nobody making the run. This is much better from Loudoun.
Showing the character and the personality just to get on the ball a little bit more. Really unselfish here from Awua to come century and have that extra pass. And this is a fantastic save from Shuttler. Notice how quickly he gets down to his right-hand side to make himself big. And this is when Loudoun are at their best, when they had the third player running in into a more aggressive role. The up, back, and through. Skundrich just pulls it wide, but he's already made really positive impact since coming on to this field.
So much experience with Skundrich, formerly with DC United, Colorado Springs, and Sacramento. Also played his college soccer at Stanford.
Just the difference that Riley Bidwa gives you versus Karamoko. Bidwa has the ability just to be that reference point that you can play into. He's going to play it back and bring in his teammates. Karamoko more of a slasher, so needs a complement to play off of.
Turning the corner, cross coming in. Dambrot, there was appeals for handball. It's cleared away. Orange County still appealing as play continues on. Ball bounced up very awkwardly on Robbie Dambrot. For now, it's a play on. Hagart. Hagart continuing, plays the square ball. Coming back post and chested down. Shot comes on, it's off the crossbar. Best chance of this game. Liam McKinnon, so close.
Just want you to watch the left arm here of Robbie Dambrot. This ball awkwardly does take a little bit of a deflection, but it would have been really harsh pointing to 12 yards out. But notice the movement here as McKinnon comes century. That allows Dogman to be aggressive. And now Keegan Tingy's caught in no man's land. Decision-making composure from the outside back just to play into the path of McKinnon. Hits it well, just denied by the crossbar. but the best action going forward for Orange County, and it comes from the wide parts of the field.
McKinnon, who scored double-digit goals a year ago for Greenville Triumph in USL League One. League One Player of the Year. Just 2 goals so far in 2025 for Orange County. Here's Dogman. McCabe looks centrally. Skundrich starts the break for Loudoun. McCabe trying to play in behind for Abukura and swept clear out to midfield. Dambrot. There's some pressure there from Zubak, who didn't want to foul. Owua drifting in field. Keegan Tingy. One of the longer spells of possession now for Loudoun since going down a man just past the half-hour mark. Trying to be aggressive there. Latenovic to clear. Bidwa goes down. So does Ciota, but it's a play on from the referee. Owua.
Just seem to want it a little bit more right now, Loudoun United. First every 50-50 ball. And when they do retain possession, seem really confident at connecting passes and slowly playing in between the lines.
Tingy as it comes back through the middle, Benalcazar. Now Orange County looking out in transition. Ciota for Dunbar. Dunbar gets the shot away. Faroux, did he get fingertips on it? He did. It's a corner kick coming.
Cameron Dunbar is just so clever and so good at creating space for himself. A little bit of a hesitation, and that second little touch just creates a window right there. Tries to find this far post, and that's a really good save for Faroux just to push it wide of his second post.
Loudoun had the first 2 corner kicks of this game and is now 4 corner kicks for Orange County. Hagart lifts it back post, nodded back. Another chance to shoot. And it comes all the way back towards the corner. Hagart, again the cross in and dealt with by Dambrot. Chested down, Benalcazar back in the middle. Drifting through, Brewitt was there and could not redirect it on frame. Quite a few chances there for Orange County and still nothing to break through Faroux.
Good action here for Orange County. Just want you to watch Ethan Zubak, center of your screen, number 9. You need to be on your toes. You need to react quicker. This ball hits you in the chest. As you get caught flat-footed, unable to react enough, an opportunity that goes wasted.
And this a big moment here is co-leading goal scorer in the USL Championship, Abdelatif Abukura coming off. It is Wesley Leggett coming on. Segura substitution. You saw Abukura go for a shot in the first half. He came up a bit hobbled. Trainers came on. He was able to continue on, but Abukura just never really got going tonight.
Just see the way that he was walking off a little bit of a limp of frustration for an extremely talented player. Shoe comes directly off. And there's going to be a point of emphasis for Ryan Martin and Loudoun United in the next couple days, getting him back to full health.
Wesley Leggett, who comes on, the 24-year-old from New Jersey. He did score a brace in the Open Cup against Orange County last year. Will also be a couple of subs for Orange County. Stephen Kelly one of those players coming on. The other one will be Usman Silla. Ryan McKinnon coming off the field as one of those two subs. Kevin Partita is the other one, both Segura substitutions.
Silla in particular will give you verticality. He will give you directness with his work rate, but can also look to combine with Ethan Zubak, who's going to play on the left-hand side. So him and Cameron Dunbar, really similar type of profiles on the wide parts of the field.
Silla, 1 assist so far in his first season with Orange County. Former Mac Herman Award winner out of Clemson. Stephen Kelly, his first season in the United States playing professionally. He is from Scotland. Last played with Livingston in the Scottish Premiership. Nearing the hour mark, and these coaches not wasting any time getting subs into the game, trying to influence it quickly. Break lines with their passing. Shot comes on. It's another shot on target. Another pretty straightforward save for Ugo Faru.
The type of players around Chris Hagard now, in theory, should free him up at the spaces that he picks up, because now you have the threats of movement, the wide parts that will pin back Loudoun United. If Ethan Zubak will stay centrally and occupy the two center backs, now that allows Chris Hagard to find some joy in between lines.
Advantage played, Silla onto it. Usman Silla blocked. There's an elevator door of Loudoun players that shut right on Silla. Now Wesley Leggett striding forward. Leggett, he wants to go himself. Leggett fires this wide of Colin Shuttler's goal. Chances on both ends. First, Orange County.
Silla, number 8 center of your screen. Once he does pick up this ball, just want you to watch as Chris Hagard pulls out. You need to play this ball into number 14. In acres of space. Going back the other way, Wesley Leggett, explosive. Notice how much venom he gets behind this shot. And that is on target. Now you're really testing Shuttler to come across his near post. Terrific strike from the sub.
Shuttler has not been tested tonight. No shots on target for Loudoun. Bring this infield, Hagard. Here's Kelly.
All 10 players right now within 40 yards of the defensive goal for Loudoun United. Almost have a box in the central locations, allowing Orange County to go around them, but not through them.
Here's Kelly. Lifted in behind. Dogman's made the run forward. Cuts this back towards the top of the area. Hagard's onto it. Usman Silla blocked.
Just see the difference in terms of the decision making there from Hagard. Plays it into the path of Silla, who is in a better body position just to run onto it and wrap his foot around it. Loudoun doing a good job at just creating a wall right in front of Faru.
Leading by example there, what he wanted maybe a few minutes ago. Below tries to chest it down for Skundrich, and Skundrich commits the foul, and a yellow card is out for Drew Skundrich. Quick trigger tonight from the referee in terms of cards.
Getting really soft here for Skundrich. Yes, it is a foul, but to see yellow, that's where I have a bit of an issue. He's made a positive impact, Drew Skundrich, just with his work rate, the ability to cover ground.
Right back into play. Orange County trying to keep the pressure on past the hour mark tonight. Usman Silla onto it. Couldn't beat Skundrich around the corner. He had his pocket picked. But Loudoun now trying to get out, and they can't. Benalcazar. Kelly. Kelly moves it out wide. Trying to get a cross away. It gets back post. Dogman back in the middle, and it's taken by Faru. Zubak from point blank range just could not get enough power on it.
Talked about Cameron Dunbar creating space. This second touch again opens up a window. This is all about Dogman understanding that Ethan Zubak is in a better and a dangerous position. Turner doing just enough to throw off the striker's header and easily saved by Faru.
All of the attacking stats tonight in favor
Good
of
ball.
Orange County. As this ball's played in behind Kwame Awuah. A whistle here. Too much there from the outside back.
Does well to recover. See if that just to close down the angle and get his body right in front of Awuah when he is initially beat. In the first start, doing a nice job of just getting comfortable and settling into this game and growing with it. No real movement ahead of the ball right now for Orange County. Ethan Zubak and Chris Hagar just standing on that top line, which is good because you're pinning back, but you also need someone to come and play in between line. Good ball.
The header down, and Zubak heads it wide. There's something quick there from Orange County. And again, Zubak, another header.
It's when Ethan Zubak is at his best, when playing in between both center backs and just predicting where this ball is going to land. Just look at the bend, the venom on this ball in from Cameron Dunbar. Ethan Zubak just needs to make clean contact on it and redirect it to that far post. Should be doing better with that opportunity with his talent.
Now some pushing and shoving here. Leggett and Ciota getting tangled up.
First start, but looking like an experienced player playing
exactly
the
what I was
game within
thinking.
the game, huh?
Good for Ciota. San Diego native, 18 years old. Going back to that last chance for Orange County. Dunbar and Zubak, two former LA Galaxy Academy players, both played with Los Dos together. Came up through the academy as this cross comes in all the way through. It's off of Keegan Tingy, who's desperately trying to keep it in play. He does. Loudoun not able to keep possession initially. They do win it back. Skundrich.
If you're Loudoun United and you have the ability to recover the ball higher up the field, you need to continue to be aggressive. You need to play forward, because as you play negative, that just gives Orange County the ability to get all 11 players behind the ball and get into their defensive set. Opportunity right now, you need to connect that pass into Skundrich.
Skundrich gets it here. In the middle of the park since coming on at the break for Loudoun. Dambrot. Dambrot gets the cross away. Back post! Taken on the volley and blocked. Below caught that, looked like pretty clean. Corner kick.
Dream ball in from Dambrot as Florian Velo arrives to this far post. You just need to run onto it and make clean contact. Dogman doesn't know much about it, because if he is not there, most likely that ball's hitting the back of the net. Fantastic positioning from the outside back. And a dangerous corner kick for Loudoun.
It's an IBEW Local 26 corner kick. Empower your future. Below. Back post. Dambrot was up for it. Good work by Zubak to help that away. Out for a Loudoun throw. And a substitution on the way. It's the end of the night for Robbie Dambrot. It is the experience of Pedro Santos, who will come on, former MLS Cup champion with Columbus back in 2020. A Segura substitution.
Fantastic signing for Loudoun United. Talk about the experience, a true proven winner, but also the quality on that left peg of his, especially with how aggressive we've seen Robbie Dambrot be. Expect Pedro Santos to find himself higher up the field by providing service into Riley Bitois and then attacking unit of Loudoun.
Foul here, free kick on the way for Loudoun. And into the final quarter of this game. This game's still very much there for the taking. And Ben Myers saying for Ethan Zubak, next foul and you're into the book. Everybody ready. Santos curling it in. Ends up out of play. It's a goal kick.
Come see what's trending on Karamo. He has deleted 1,938 texts in the last 30 days. See what's taking over everybody's feed all season on Karamo.
Weekdays at 3 on DCW 50.
20 minutes to go tonight from Segura Field in Leesburg, Virginia. Lone game in the USL Championship tonight. East versus West battle. So far, it's been a good battle, but no goals to go around. It's Orange County looking for a third straight clean sheet. Danny Stones, as we talked to him this week, said we need to be tough to beat on the road. Talked about the mentality being important, and now that his team has a proof of concept saying we've done it before, let's keep doing it. Hopes that can kind of spur this team on.
Especially in USL Championship when you do play away from home. Really important to gain any sort of points in any way that you can. Yes, you want to play the best to your ability, but the ability to pick up points when you're not playing well is a sign of a really good team and a mature team. And that's something that Orange County is trying to capture when they do go on the road.
Here's Keegan Tingy. Again, trying to play in behind. Bidwell goes over. It's a free kick right outside the area. Vuk Latenovic with the foul. And this was a whistle from the center referee, as the AR did not wave his flag on the near side.
There's a little bit of a push out, but Ken, really difficult because we saw that same type of action in that first half that didn't get whistled. So you're looking for a little bit of consistency from Ben Meyer. If it's not a foul in that first half, should not be a foul in this instant. But good opportunity for Loudoun United and a nightmare here for Shutley Shadil, especially with the in-swinger of Pedro Santos over this ball.
Pedro Santos is ready. Santos over the bar and out of play.
Wasted from the quality of Pedro Santos. At the very least, you need to put this on target. With the traffic oncoming, can be a cause of concern for the goalkeeper.
Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Hagart on the spin. He goes down, and possession is turned over. This game's starting to heat up.
Really well done there from Riley Bitoit. Exactly what you need when you're playing with a single striker, especially down a man.
Santos. He's come on the field. He's taken 2 set pieces. Made that pass. Hasn't been effective as of yet. A whistle, and that means more subs. Bryce Jamison coming onto the fields, and so is Muhammadu War. Segura substitutions. Ethan Zubak, one of those players coming off, and so is Chris Hagart. Bryce Jamison, his 4th season overall with Orange County. He was signed with the Colorado Rapids, and now is back here on loan. Over the top, going down, and when I see Bryce Jamison come on, I can't help but think of Diego Luna, who, oh, look at that nutmeg right in the middle. Diego Luna would love to see
Exactly.
that one.
Like thinking about Diego Luna right there. Clever, silky from Silla.
Diego Luna, what a night last night in the Gold Cup, getting a massive goal to help the United States move on to the Gold Cup final. And it was great to hear from former San Diego Loyal head coach Landon Donovan on the post-game show saying a few years ago he was playing in the USL for El Paso Locomotive. Now he's helping the United States move on to the Gold Cup final, and that just shows you the pathway that players can have, and we're seeing it with Diego Luna. Bryce Jamison, maybe the next in that path.
Just the quality in USL Championship and USL League One for that matter as well, continuing to get better and better. This league is starting to grow and becoming a destination league. Now we start to see players from overseas wanting to play in the States because there is a true pathway. If you do dominate at this level, that next step in that natural progression is to go into the MLS. You dominate the MLS. Look what Diego Luna has been doing at the international level, and he's a player that was left off the Olympic roster, right? So you just takes one coach, one system to really give you that belief.
Dogman plays this in the middle, runs away from War. Here's Kelly. He'll move it back out wide. Dogman chests it to the end line. Dogman's cross headed away. And below can carry out for Loudoun.
Really good touch from Dogman just to bypass Keegan Tiggy here. Even better recognition from Tommy McCabe in terms of his positioning to drop in. Nice little nutmeg going back the other way.
Seeing it on both sides now. Here's Velo. And Tingy. Both teams trading chances here late on tonight at Segura Fields. Lone game in the USL Championship. Contact in the middle. Kelly riding there with Santos. It's a free kick on the way. And it's a yellow card out for Stephen Kelly.
He's arguing too. Ben Meyer saying, this is my first challenge. Left arm is, again, a little bit extended away and catches Pedro Santos, but really soft, in my opinion, to give Kelly a yellow card for that action yet again.
Yellow card presented by Continental Cards. Elevate your collection. Warm night. Everybody trying to stay cool. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big leagues, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Select ball on display this evening at Segra Fields here in Leesburg, Virginia. Our second half hydration break. No score still. What have you made of this one?
They're back and forth. When you look at what Loudoun United's been able to do, especially since going down, and man, it's been a really good response, and that talks about the character and the culture that Ryan Martin's trying to build, or continuing to build, here for Loudoun United. Due to the adversity, they want to continue to get on the ball, to dictate tempo, to create chances, and they've done that. For Danny Stone, I think you need a little bit more in that final third, higher up the field, to be a little bit more aggressive at taking the game away from Loudoun and using your man advantage into your favor.
Shoulder to shoulder, Santos going into that challenge. Now here's Bryce Jamison trying to get going. He's coming on the field just a few minutes ago. One sub left for both sides. Trying to quick give and go around the corner. Dogman, Tingy getting tangled up. Tingy forced to clear it away.
Good step.
And Bidwa was fouled. As you mentioned, Bidwa has really given Loudoun something different in this game, and something that they needed in this game as well.
Especially when you are expecting so much pressure. Once you're down a man, you need that focal point, that reference point just to play into. The technical ability to hold the ball, but also the ability to slow the game down and just occupy the two center backs, whether it is drawing fouls like this and giving your team a little bit of breathing room just a step a little higher.
Loaded forward again. Second ball picked up by Dunbar in Orange County.
Good turn.
Now coming right through the middle. Silla gets it out wide. Here's Kelly. They're closing down there by the experience of Pedro Santos. Velo trying to play in behind and could not connect with Wesley Leggett.
If Orange County do have the ability to break that first line of pressure, they just have so much verticality on that front line with Warcella, Dunbar, and Jamison. So expect them to play a little bit more direct as we approach the last 8+ stoppage here for Orange County.
Dunbar racing forward again. Cameron Dunbar cutting infield, lays it off for Kelly, and it's saved by Faroux.
Well done here from Kelly to let the ball come across his body, and the patience in doing that gives him the ability to keep his body square, keep his shoulders and hips in line with the goal. Hits it well, straight at Faroux, an easy save in the end.
Bidwa with his back to goal, holding play up and getting it out wide.
He's changed the game for Loudoun. The way that they play through the lines, the confidence that they have now, and again, doing a good job.
Another nutmeg. Bidwa could not get the return ball this time.
Obviously helps when you have a little bit of cheekiness as well to go through the legs.
A whistle here and a stoppage because there is a player down. It is Ryan Dogman, who was shaken up here for Orange County. And both sides preparing one final sub in this game. Pedro Guimaraes will come onto this field. Scored 90 plus 5 in the Jaeger Cup match over the weekend against Sacramento. He's trying to find some of that late game magic again. And it will be the end of the day for Ryan Dogman. Busy night for the Norwegian outside back.
Really good showing as well for Dogman, the ability to work up and down from his left back role. A lot of quality and a lot of the engine where Danny Stone has formed a nice relationship with the McKinnon. Guimaraes is going to come in now. Very similar type of profile, more of a ball player who likes to combine and play in between lines.
Substitution is, I believe, seeing Riley Bidois come out of this game. And he's not pleased, and I don't think I would be if I were him either. He goes 40 minutes tonight. He came on at halftime. Now he's being taken out of this game. It's another Segura substitution last of the game, and he's not too pleased. Words for acting head coach Jack Stefanowski. But it's Ben Mines who comes on, former Orange County player back in 2021 when Orange County won the title.
Interesting sub for Loudoun United. You and I continue to talk about the positive impact Riley Bidois made when coming onto this field. Ability to hold up this back line of Orange County. Draw fouls, just slow the game down. Ben Mines is going to peel to the left-hand side, which will allow Wesley Leggett to play as that single striker now. Different type of profile. More of a vertical slasher type of runner at that number 9 role.
Is this a move that says, let's go win the game? Or is this a move that says, let's go for the draw?
It has to be an aggressive move for Loudoun United, thinking that there is a golden opportunity to play in behind this Orange County side. So if you are Danny Stone, expect to see a lot of the ball and try to be as expansive as you possibly can and making the field big. But in doing that, the risk that you run is leaving yourself vulnerable going back the other way. So need to be very clean in possession here for Orange County.
Dunbar driving in fields. Silla lays it off. Now here's Kelly. And plays the square ball. Brewitt sliding in behind. Chance to cut this back for Bryce Jamison. It just bobbled up on him, and he couldn't get it clean. And now a whistle will send it back the other way.
Fantastic recognition here from Seal to notice this back line of Loudoun cutting back, but that needs to be a yellow. Then now have a transitional moment for the 18-year-old. That's exactly what Ben Mines is having the conversation with. Ben Meyer. I think Sealta gets away with one here, not to see yellow.
Free kick on the way. 3.5 minutes to go plus stoppage time tonight from Segura Fields. Floated forward again and taken by Faroux. It's Orange County trying to extend his 2-game winning streak in all competitions. As for Loudoun, trying to snap a 3-game winless run. Second ball picked up by Velo. Velo delivers back post. Tiggy's there. Lifts this back in the middle. The ball did go out of play. Leggett's goal will not stand. Close, but not quite for Loudoun.
Great idea from Florian Velo. We saw him have success through this similar type of movement. But Keegan Tingy needs to angle his run in a more aggressive manner. He needs to continue towards that second post. At the last second, he just loops around which allows the ball just to trickle over the goal line.
Silla trying to battle forward. Silla commits a foul. Tangled up with Santos. 2 minutes to go. And we're at the point that should a goal go in, a good chance that is the winning goal. Long ball in behind. Header away. And a whistle came anyway. The referee's saying it needs to be played farther back. I guess that's good enough. Ciota into the middle, Tingy to header down and cleared away. Out to midfields. Matanovic was up for it, but Loudoun get onto it. Santos fouled. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Cut it back in fields for the run of Velo, broken up as we enter 6 minutes of stoppage time. Jameson able to poke it away. Silla. Here's Guimaraes.
Good ball.
Comes ahead, War. Mohamedou War lays this one off. Silla trying to connect with Jameson.
It's a really difficult ball for Silla to deal with. War just puts this ball into Silla's feet. Gets caught underneath him, and doing that, Bryce Jameson already completes his run. It would be a little cleaner in terms of the technical ability, the efficiency for Orange County once they do get on top of the 18-yard box.
Dunbar spins, crosses, taken by Faroux. A minute gone to the minimum of 6.
Faroux's had himself a really nice game here in terms of his decision-making, but also the ability to command his box.
Calm under pressure. How about that composure there from the teenager, Pedro Guimaraes, 2024 MLS Next All-Star with LAFC, and making the move last year here to Orange County. Also had a trial with Flamengo. Also with the USU 17s, Guimaraes, he turns the corner, tries to cut this back, Dunbar saved! Rebound was loose. It had to be taken on the first time. And now a whistle, and it goes back to Loudoun. A golden chance for Orange County.
Just watch the movement from Guimaraes. That first touch engages Keegan Tingy, which gives Cameron Dunbar acres of space. Cameron Dunbar needs to open up his hip and simply just find that far post, but War needs to hit this first time. It falls on a platter for him just to put his laces through it. Again, decision-making and efficiency lacking for Orange County to take all 3 points here on the road.
The stoppage time presented by Novak. Novak's energy-saving tips are a real game changer. Midway through the minimum of 6 minutes, Dunbar plays it through the middle. Silla. It's a foul against Usman Silla.
Silla's been really good for Orange County, playing in a central location, just wanting to get on the ball, and just his speed of play has been a big difference in the way that they move forward.
Rue sends it away. Second ball one. Santos for Velo. Tingy cross. Not very dangerous and cleared away. Dunbar out into space. Faroux way off his line. Impacts the play. Jamison for an open net, and it's wide. My goodness, what an opportunity there.
Just no need for Faroux to be this far off of his goal line. This is about 40 yards away. Gets caught in no man's land. Thankfully, this ball goes wide enough that Jamison is unable to get his hips around and put it on target. But the goalkeeper gets away with one here.
After all of 95 minutes, could have been undone in that one moment. And still, Loudoun have a chance to go on and win this game right here.
Tough challenge.
Challenge from behind. Free kick on the way for Loudoun. Might be one of the last chances of this game.
Especially from this central location, not the first ball that can cause some issues. It's a secondary ball that can really be a cause for concern for this Orange County side. So expect Pedro Santos to lift this ball and ask one of his teammates just to knock it down right in front of Shuttler's goal.
Santos lifts it in. Second ball picked up. Chance to shoot. It's blocked. Tom Brewitt getting in the way. What a defensive intervention to save the game. Floated forward. One more chance for Loudoun. Corner kick on the way, and this should be the last moment of the game. Everybody coming forward for this one. One last chance. Pedro Santos flicked into the middle. Heads go up. McCabe trying to chase it down, and that is full time. No goals in this one. Orange County earn a third straight clean sheet in all comps, and it's a point apiece tonight at Segra Field.
On the surface, if you're Danny Stone, you're pleased because you come into Segra Field and you steal a point off of Loudoun United. But if you really dig in to what this game was all about, for an hour, Orange County had a man advantage, unable to use that in their favor and put the ball into the back of the net. So you need to be a little bit more ruthless, but a lot of character shown by Loudoun United.
Hugo Faroux, another clean sheet. Save of the match is presented by Segra. And this one was the chance late on.
Position to perfection there from Faroux to stay in the middle of his goal. Good action for Orange County, even better save to keep his clean sheet intact.
Full time tonight from Segra Field in Leesburg, Virginia. No goals between Loudoun and Orange County. We'll come back and wrap things up after this Loudoun 0, Orange County 0.
Super serving the DMV means covering the entire DMV.
Weather with a regional approach so you know what's moving in and where the action will be.
And most importantly, so you know when it's getting serious.
DMV First Warn Days on DC News Now means you need to be weather aware.
So you can prepare, plan, and keep your family safe.
DC News Now, super serving the entire DMV. Get your forecast at dcnewsnow.com.
This is business today. Fast, unpredictable, always changing. Shifting trends and technologies are pushing aside old rules. The unexpected is the new normal. At Segra, we'll help you navigate a complex future with state-of-the-art voice, internet, and data protection solutions. We know you have dreams, and we see your potential. Segra, freedom to grow.
Full time tonight from Segra Field in Leesburg, Virginia. Loudoun 0, Orange County 0. Good back and forth affair, but no goals in this one tonight. Full time highlights the first ever draw between Loudoun and Orange.
Pulls it wide, and we end 0-0, and we share the points.
Just the one shot on target tonight for Loudoun, and the 19 shots for Orange County. The chances were there, the finishing was not.
Just need to be clinical for Danny Stone. The chance creation never in doubt, but now you need more composure, better decision making. But yet, all in all, you take a point at Segra Field, where historically it's been really difficult to beat Loudoun.
That will do it for our coverage tonight from Segra Field in Leesburg, Virginia. No goals between Loudoun and Orange County. For our entire crew, broadcast partner Ricky Lopez-Espin, I'm Josh Eastern saying so long and happy 4th of July. Good night from Virginia.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.